Yes, without wasting much of our time, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, I am George ONYIBE, and of course, it's important we pay attention to issues that regard our welfare, to issues that concerns us as a people, most especially when before our very eyes, the world we know as it used to be is gradually changing for bad, not for good. I want to briefly look at a topic I entitled Two Major Reasons Behind the Immobilized State of Nigeria and Biafra. Two major reasons behind the immobilized state of Nigeria and Biafra. Now, it's important I lay emphasis on what immobilized means. Immobilized means preventing something or someone from functioning properly. And we have gotten to a stage, if we truly want a better country, if we truly want to enjoy our lives, if we truly want to be a prosperous people, if we truly want to live this life and at the end of the day, see our dreams and inspiration, not just fulfilled in our life, but yet continue to proceed its forbearance in the life of our children. We need to focus on certain issues. Two major factors are behind, like I said, the immobilized state of Nigeria. When you are in Nigeria or you are a Biafra, I need you to take notice of two major factors behind the reason why you cannot function properly, you cannot progress. If you look at the social media, for instance, everybody is doing what they like. People's opinion is influenced by who can intimidate them. The decision we make determine the party we belong to. We lie too much. We lie too much. And so you see people who are telling you that the black you are seeing is actually white. And they will defend it vigorously, even with the last drop of their blood. As you all know, I am a Nigerian. I am a Biafran. I am an Igbo, I am an Ekaman, and I am from Niger Delta. And you see, I am complete, both parents. My both parents are from the same place I came from. Full-fledged. Anyhow you want to see it, full-fledged. I was born and brought up in this country. I've lived in the West, in the North, and I've lived in my homeland. In fact, I practically went to my secondary school and other areas within my region and my hometown. And so there is virtually what anybody is going to tell me. I've lived among the Hausas, I've lived among the Fulani, I've lived among the Yorubas, I've lived among the Igbos. Call the tribe and I tell you how long I spent with each of them. But let us be sincere to ourselves first of all. Because two major factors are behind that simple reason why you have immobilized state of Nigeria and Biafra. They are the same thing. From the creation of Nigeria till today, a lot of things are not right. Things are not moving well. But we keep pretending. The day we get to that level where we tell ourselves the truth is the day things will begin to work for our good. Let me try and create a scenario that will make you understand what I want you to know this morning. When Nigeria got her independence, a group of brilliant young men, more brilliant than the generation of our people may ever see, were on the scene. Maybe because they were actually brooded by the imperialists. I think that should be the reason why. Their level of education, standard of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is second to none. They were unique in themselves. You look at the lives of Nnamdi Azikiwe. You look at the likes of Abefemi Awolowo. You look at the likes of Tafawa Balewa. These people were not just educated, but they were embodiment of morality. Where they had their fallout, I don't know. But what I really know was that along the line, this is not the Nigerian they negotiated for. Tell yourself the truth. You think what we have today as Nigeria is what made these three people agree? And whoever signed the amalgamation document, this is why they came together. I need you to tell yourself the truth, or else we will remain in that immobilized state. Things will not work normal. And after the first political transition, when you have the coup and the rest of it, Nigeria eventually returned to democracy. You have Alhaji Shehu Shagari, and of course with Dr. Alex Ekwime, both of them run Nigerian for a while. And maybe for one reason or the other, the military took over. I think that first democratic elected leadership was overthrown by our late president, Muhammadu Buhari, who became the military president. And now I have witnessed all the military era, all the supposed coup d'etat in my life. One thing was unique and common among them, and that is each of them come as a corrective regime. They always come to correct regime. You look at the politicians, from PDP to APC to ABGA to Labour Party to all the party you have, Gbogbo Tigbo, all of them are the same group of people. PDP finished running Nigeria to a state of stupor. All of them ran to APC. And they are decamping to APC, and you can see the level where APC has taken us to. And once they see they cannot solve the problem, the puzzle, this misery, they will create another party. And you see, you don't know the truth. You'll be jumping up and down. We jump up and down like monkey. Once you get hold of one branch, you leave for another. Let me make you get the point of what I want to say. You can imagine listening to people making comments about former President Muhammadu Buhari. Look at their testimony at the end of his regime, and then go to the beginning of election period before he was inaugurated into office. More than 99% of Nigerians were shouting, corruption, he's Mr. Integrity, he's coming to fight corruption, he's fighting corruption. I hope you are enjoying the corruption he fought. Today we are in another era. We have President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Most of you have started shouting, he's Mr. Discipline, oh, he's going to rebuild Nigeria. Fasten your seatbelt. There are two factors behind the immobilized state of Nigeria. If they are not addressed, we have a very long way to go. And so after both the military and the civilian era put together, it was from one suffering to another. Just like Fela rightly said, he says suffering and smiling. Suffering and smiling. We are used to it. Who would believe that in a time like this, me and you will buy fuel for above 500 naira and we can't be able to make PEM? You can't make PEM. Who would believe it? But don't worry, you are going to buy it more than that. But come to think about it, are we actually progressing as a nation? In the midst of abundant human natural resources, are we progressing? And then, you know, they give you 2,000, you come on social media, you begin to blow trumpet. Oh, our country is good, our country is loving, our country is unique. My brother, I'm not against you. Be deceiving yourself. Be deceiving yourself. You see how you begin to, the yardstick to judge if you are a successful man or if you are a failure, is actually where we are coming from. And a lot of classmates who paid their school fees by themselves. And then there are a lot of other classmates who lived in affluence while we were in school. Most of them have car already. But I can assure you that over 70% of those of them who paid their school fees by themselves are even more successful than some who had everything they need while they were in school. And so who is actually the successful person? Is it the inheritor? You that inherit your father's property? Or you that labored for it? You that worked hard for it? And so when we talk about Nigeria as a successful nation, understand, it's not about the amount of natural resources, oil and others that you have, not the human capacity. What have you been able to achieve with all of it? And are they not other black countries doing better than us who don't even have what we have? And you see, we all keep lying ourselves. We all keep lying to ourselves. When you see something that is wrong with the government of the day, and then you address the government of the day in a possible means at your disposal, what you see that rears up its ugly head first of all is tribalism. Somebody will attack you. And so today, we have found ourselves in a position where things are not allowed to function normally. Now understand, I made use of the immobilized state of Nigeria and Biafra. Because if you think I'm going to tell you I'm not a Biafran in the nearest future, you are hallucinating. The history has mentioned it, it's got to remain so. We have to tell ourselves the truth. But let me not waste further time. Let's go to that two major factors. What are these two major factors? The same problem you are having inside supposedly Biafra is the same problem you are having inside our one Nigeria. They are unique because they are the same people. They want to solve the same problem with the same solution. It's not possible. You must find what is creating those problems and then you fetch for the solution. Number one factor there is mindset. When you talk about mindset, you must understand how it functions. We have two minds. Most of you don't know that your mind here and your mind here, they are two different things. But both of them have a retentive memory. And so when you're remembering something from your subconscious mind, then another aspect of your mind is remembering something from your subconscious mind. Our mindset, very powerful. It has a lot to do. And because majority of us, our mindsets are evil. Our mindsets are selfish. Our mindset is not actually for the real deal. It's one of the greatest hindrances. Let me elaborate more. There is two grammar we just oppose. We use side by side. But whatever grammar you accept from these two grammar determine the outcome or the result you get at the end of such activities. Somebody will wake up in the morning and say, for instance, I want to take a walk. And the person can walk for 1 kilometer. And then another person will say, I want to trek. And both of them trek each 1 kilometer. I want you to go back and look at both of these persons who actually walk the same distance, just that one of them trek and the other one walk. You will understand the difference, the point I'm trying to portray from mindset. The person that is going to take a walk does it gracefully. The person that is taking a walk can even walk more than that distance. They can never be exhausted. At the end of the walk, they are refreshed. Their mind is strengthened. Their physics is edified. They are okay. Better than they were before they take that walk. Don't forget, the same amount of energy you used to trek is the same amount of energy you used to walk. The same distance both of them cover. But you see the person who trek. How do you know who trek? They come back exhausted. And so if they cover the same distance, why is one refreshed, edified, and then another is exhausted? Mindset. Look at the issue of Nigeria. What is the mindset behind everything we do? as a Nigerian, what is the mindset? When we are electing leadership, are we electing leadership that will develop our country? Or we are electing leadership that is paddy? They are two different ball games. Some people see problem, others see challenge. Mindset. When you are the kind that always see problem, those problems will eventually kill you. But when you are the type that see problem as a challenge, you will always emerge victoriously at the end of every challenge. And so one of the major factors that has kept Nigeria and Biafra in this immobilized state is the mindset. Just look at our one Nigeria and be sincere to yourself. Take a forensic investigation, a very clear mind, and look at bloggers and look at those on social media, those who are trying to point our people to the right direction, including journalists. Just take a look at all of them. You will see there is a mindset behind their action, whether good or bad. I see a lot of Igbo people today. They want to be relevant inside the current day Nigeria. And so they come on social media and insult Igbo people, curse Igbo people, blame Igbo people. And you know what? Igbo people are happy with them because you want to be loved. You want to be accepted. Mindset. You will see during election time, a lot of people were making broadcasts supporting Peter Obi. You begin to wonder, did Peter Obi come from the space? We have all been with Peter Obi. How did he become popular all of a sudden? But go and look at those people telling you, oh, he's obedient. Go and look at them. Many of them now have deleted their Facebook handle. Many of them have changed their testimony. And many of them will shamelessly tell you, yes, I supported him, and since he did not win, we got to move on. Mindset. Mindset. When you watch their mindset, they were something influenced it, something motivated it. And in the essence of that thing, you are gone. And that is one of the lessons I learned in life. You don't marry because of beauty. If you are motivated by the size of your wife's breast, get ready that your marriage may not last. Because your wife's breast that is standing like banana is going to fall like slippers completely. If you are marrying your wife because of the size of the bumbo, be very ready. Because in less than 5 years, you won't notice the size of that bumbo again. Honestly. And so you must first of all understand that marriage is not meant to satisfy the lust of the flesh. You must understand that it goes beyond that beauty you admire at this moment, because in a very short time it will not be there. And so your mindset is what actually will determine the length, extent you will be able to go in marriage. That is what is happening here in Nigeria and in the Biafra Restoration Project. You're doing what you are doing for Nigeria because of the immediate gain, because of the immediate benefit. That is why you are doing what you are doing. And you see, in a situation and circumstance like that, things cannot be done normally. Understand the meaning of immobilization. It's when things or someone is prevented from functioning normally. Everything will always be at normal. If you listen to some people, those of you in diaspora, you think Nigeria is heaven. When you listen to image promoters, launders, you will think Nigeria, after heaven, the next place is Nigeria. They have been paid, all of them. When we continue that way, we'll be going round the clock. Circle and nothing will happen. No, give true assessment to our one Nigeria now. Be sincere to yourself now. Our one Nigeria. Be sincere to yourself now. Look at every areas of commerce and industry we have failed. We didn't fail because we could not handle it. We failed because of the mindset behind all those things. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You are doing the normal thing in the wrong way. When we commissioned Dangote refinery, was it not abnormal? Is it not still abnormal that up till now that refinery has not produced 1 liter of fuel? Is it not abnormal that none of our refinery is working since I was born till today? Is it not abnormal? And somebody is going to tell you that my father ate the money, or your father, your uncle ate the money. Do you mean there are no greedy people in Saudi Arabia? Are you telling me that in the United Emirates there are no greedy people? Are you telling me that in America you don't have corrupt people? In China, Japan, North Korea, everywhere around the world? The mindset is, what is your approach towards those situations and circumstances that held us down? You benefited from it, right? You may escape the venom of this viper, but your children will eventually suffer the peck of a black mamba. And so somewhere along the line, so when you are doing anything you are doing, most especially when you are in Nigeria, your mindset have a lot to do. The mind is not just something you used to think, I'm hungry. No. It goes beyond that. That's why the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. Satan attack your mind, nothing more. And Bible warns you, be careful what you put in your mind. Because that place, he said, guard it jealously. Because from within it, that is where the issue of life are discussed. What is your mindset? You that is one Nigeria, what is your mindset? And let me tell you, the few times I have been with the Biafra agitators, when it was operating in sincerity, true call to the protection of humanity, working hard to protect the overall interests of our people, I will assure you that I have not seen any genuine human being like those breed I met, until iniquity was found in it. Why did it gain momentum? Why did it gain weight? Because the mindset of everyone who came out at that initial stage wanted one thing, a better place they can call their own. And so if you are coming to talk rubbish as a leader of one Nigeria, please, if Nigeria is this conducive and comfortable for all of you, home and abroad, why did you give heed to the issue of Biafra? Because what they are doing now is to tell you, Biafra is fake, Biafra is this in Nigeria. Let me tell you, as I am today, as far as Nnamdi Kanu is concerned, I will not subscribe to Biafra. Let me tell you today, as far as you have leaders who cannot prove to us that they mean the overall interest of Nigerians, they will not get my support. But is there anything I can do to them? Maybe nothing. Maybe I should be able. But let the next generation of Nigerians understand that in a time like this, somebody like me, among other progressive-minded individuals, came out and lamented over what is happening that has kept us in this immobilized state that we have found ourselves. That is why we keep saying what we are saying. I need you to look at it. Any small thing. Why did Nigerian youth went on NSAS? Was it not to register their displeasure before one lunatic came out and hijacked the whole process? Let's not pretend as if all is a bed of roses. You have been paid, destroy Biafra, destroy Biafra. Continue doing that. This era will pass. And all of us will be judged by what we have done. I've heard testimonies of people who lived before us. I've heard testimony of what happened during the Biafran War. And I've seen the role all of them play. And forensically, we have reviewed all the activities. And today I can confidently tell you, this man did what he did based on this mindset. And this did what he did based on this mindset. And among all the people who collided with Ojukwu, cooperated with Ojukwu to fight for a sovereign state of Biafra, almost 75% of them betrayed Ojukwu. And they are benefiting from Nigeria today. What was their mindset? And what will such people have to give to Nigeria? Because the next opportunity they will have to betray Nigeria, they will be the one that will run and betray Nigeria. And to them, they think Nigeria don't know. All of you Igbo people who betrayed Ojukwu, today you are living in affluence in Nigeria, thinking that that is the end of the... Nigeria know you. We know you. Make her the call on her name. Shame. There are issues that if you don't know what to say, shut up. And when you are paid to say certain things, use your brain. Because if you don't use your brain, somebody use it for you. Two major factors. The mindset behind everything we are doing in this country is always to undermine one person. Always to undermine one region. Always to undermine one religion. Always to undermine the draw boundary line between the rich and the poor. And you that is supporting either party, what is the mindset behind your activities? No, what is your mindset? I come from the eastern region. Or let's say I come from the Niger Delta region. The South region. Do we have any modern railway line there? Do we have any modern railway line in the Niger Delta? What Niger Delta brings to the table of one Nigeria, is it not enough to give us railway? And so if we don't have, why? Is it because Nigerian cannot afford it? If Nigerian can build railway from here to Chad because they want to tell you one cockaboo story, why would they build for us so that we can help ourselves? Do you know how many of our crops are being damaged in the farm because there is no means of transportation? Will anybody be lamenting about fuel hike if we have railway working, functioning within our communities? Why is it we don't have? And somebody is going to tell me, oh, we have for Port Harcourt. From where? From Borokili to where? To Aba. And I'm sure more than half of those railway lines, the iron have been vandalized. Based on mindset of certain individuals. Who is buying it from them? Somewhere in Port Harcourt, a vehicle was caught by the police. It was carrying transmitter and vandalized electric cable belonging to another company. And when the company came eventually to claim their property, police said the evidence is missing. So who is the thief? Until the police commissioner came out and said, no, that is wrong information. But who told the media that the evidence was missing? Because he wanted 2 million of naira. My friend went to a police station to make entry. And inside the police station, they stole his motorcycle. Inside police station. So what is the mindset of that policeman? And when he report to the DPO, they say, Mr. Man, get out here. What is the mindset of that DPO? So when you see those people who are coming to ratomatize you, push the blame on everybody, my brother, find out what their mindset, the motive behind their actions are. That is where you will see them. I don't judge people based on what they say. I judge you behind motive behind your action. I'm a kind of mysterious because when I'm dealing with you, I want to see what is motivating you. As far as this mindset, this orientation is not changed, we are not going anywhere. Let me put it this way. I want to believe that the current president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, may be a sincere man, a transparent man. But I want to see that majority of the people, over 70% of the people close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, want to be the agent to undermine Igbo people. Most of them are Igbo people. Is there anything we are going to see today we have not seen before? What is your mindset inside our one Nigeria? Every policy that is made, what is the mindset behind that policy? When they introduced subsidy, what was in their mind? And when they are removing subsidy, what is in their mind? Have you thought about it? Or anywhere they push you, go anywhere belle face, you follow them. Be sincere. Can you tell me one visible development in Nigeria for the past 20 years. Somebody says, oh, we have an Android phone. Who brought Android phone? Without South Africa, can we have data? Can we broadcast? Can you make call? Where is our Nitel? And the people who killed Nitel, what was in their mind to go and bring South Africa company? See all these intelligent people. We don't have electricity. Why? Because those in charge of importation of generator will not allow us to have light. And they will hike the tariff very soon. What is in their mind? Oh, it's our one loving Nigeria, our one loving Nigeria. And those of you in diaspora, you are enjoying where people bled for, where people built. And from where you are coming to talk rubbish about the homeland. What is in your mind? And now, let me give Nigeria expo. You see, most of these people who have done Biafra in diaspora, they are now trying to change their mouth to support one Nigeria. The reason they are doing it so that you people will not arrest them at the airport. Rubbish. So what is their mindset now? You think they can be trusted? What is in their mind? That is where we are having the problem. That is for Nigerian setting. The Nigeria I know, I don't see any reason why we cannot have a viable international airport. Somebody will tell me you have Port Harcourt International Airport, you have Enugu International Airport, in fact you have Abo, Asaba International Airport, you have all the international airports. But yet Enugu man, but yet Port Harcourt man go to Lagos to enter plane. What is the mindset behind? What is the rationale of such decision? Why don't we have seaport? Somebody saying we have seaport in Lagos, we have seaport in Port Harcourt, we have seaport in Calabar. Tell yourself the truth. Why, during the slave time, they shipped millions of black people from Calabar? Why are we not shifting in container from Calabar now? What is the mindset? What is the rationale of deciding where will be developed and where will not be developed? Okay, that don't give one Igbo man money, don't chop him. It's Igbo man that will still come on radio and still blah, 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 blah. What is your mindset? Number one factor. Let's go to the area of Biafra. They say the end justifies the means. Today, if you know what is obtainable, you ask yourself, what is the mindset of IPOB members? Or Nnamdi Kanu rather? What is their mindset? No, check it now. What is their mindset? I understand China Sanwo-Ori is coming to yap in their radio. Let him yap and we analyze it and tell the people what their next line of action is. What is in their mindset? Now they are trying to push all the blame on Simeon Ekpa. They are trying to disassociate themselves from unknown government. Nnamdi Kanu Tauto. What is in their mindset? Ask Nnamdi Kanu, why did he create Eastern Security? Many Igbo people believe he want to defend Igbo people. Why did he create Eastern Security? It was simple. Those of us who have been opposing him from inception, warning him about his heinous crime and activities against our people, we became threats. So he needed to build or run a security outfit where he can comb us down, shut us up, and probably control some governors within the southeast. He needed to be a power broker, Jagaban of Undibu. And that is the person you say is fighting for your freedom. So you should ask yourself, what is the mindset behind all the agitation for over a decade? What was the mindset what was in the mind of those criminals? If you don't know, you will still be a fool today, listening to Radio Biafra. Oh, give us Biafra. Do I need to hide my mouth to tell you that as I'm speaking to you now, I hear that, oh, they have released Biafra. Thunder will fire all of them that are doing that Biafra. Thunder will fire them within Nnamdi Kanu. Because they are criminals. I know there are a lot of ignorant ones among them. But for Nnamdi Kanu and stakeholders, they are all criminals. I would have left Nnamdi Kanu with his hopelessness. But if you keep that man quiet, many idiots will arise. We are waiting for him. Tinubu may want to be a good one, Nigeria, and release him. Tinubu release him for us. We are waiting for him. Biafra rubbish criminal. What was in their mindset? Today, Igbo people pay attention. There are a group of individuals going underground. Let's fight for Igbo nation. Let's fight. They are spending money to fight for Igbo nation. They are all criminal. Find out what is in their mind. They have destroyed every chances we have to prove our desire to have a better nation. They have destroyed all of them. The next one you will see now is they will destroy Igbo name. That is where they are heading to. Find out what is. I'm not saying you all of them. Some of them are doing it genuinely. I introduce a topic known as back to your root. Everybody turn to back to your root. Now if more now and reclaim their land. Was it how they sacrificed their people unnecessarily? And now ask yourself a question. Oh, they sit at home on the 10, on the 20, on the 30. Once you tell them on the canon, this thing is wrong, you become saboteur. I keep calling him because what they did to me, they will not do it to another person. I told Nnamdi Kanu. I told China Sanguru. I told Chike Dozem, another idiot called US. I told all of them. That thing you want to do to me, my heart is ready for all of you. But after me, you will not do it to another person again. Is saboteur raining again? Atoro everywhere. And a project where you have mischievous individuals with different mindsets. You want that place to move forward. You want that place to progress. Don't forget, when you are selling your brother, the person buying your brother cannot trust you. What was your mindset? Nnamdi Kanu, why did you sell our people? Why did you seal us? Why did you deliver us? Why did you document us? I thought I was pointing out to him the danger that we are encountering today. Never know he took it to another level. He had a different mindset. How did he go about it? And now hire the job people. Put them on the front line so I begin to fight fellow Niger Delta. And then you still pay some idiots to come and tell you, oh, you see, na Niger Delta and I be your problem. Mumu. But where are all of them? They rip IPOB off. IPOB couldn't mention their name that much. Where is Iterara Merere? Ndiatoro. Where is Iguru Bialoki? Where are all of them? Because they knew the truth. What is the mindset behind what you are doing? If that is the determined factor, whether you're going to progress in whatever you are doing. And then we look at the second factor, which is mobilization. You must have this ability. If Nigeria, for instance, remember I'm dealing with Biafra and Nigeria. So those of you who are Biafra, get sense if you want to get sense. Those of you who are Nigeria, get sense if you want to get sense. When you talk about mobilization, let's look at a similar word, congregation. When you come together, there is nothing you want to do you cannot achieve. God made this clear when Nimrod was carrying out the unusual project of building the Tower of Babel. Nimrod was able to mobilize the people of his time. Look at the church as you know them today. Look at the mosque and every other organization. You mobilize people. Look at even those trade sectors like T&She and the rest of them. You mobilize people. That mobilization requires a process of enlightenment, orientation, with a clear and transparent plan on what is to be achieved. Do we have that mindset? We know that mindset. But the point is, when it was time to mobilize our people, we knew the truth. But the mindset for mobilizing our people were totally wrong. I remember in those days, when Nnamdi Kanu have not lost his way, we used to say, Igwe Buike. Today, look at all of you. Once a very proud Biafra, you are now running away. They haven't cajoled you to cause Biafra. You are following them. Must you cause Biafra to be accepted in Nigeria? Mindset. Must I cause Biafra to be accepted in Nigeria? Can't you learn from Job? Even Job's wife say, curse God and die. Job say no. Instead of Job to curse God, Job went to God and entreated God. His friend came to him and said, Job, this one is not life anymore. Curse God and die. We know you are a good man. Look at what God has done to you. And Job looked at them and said, if I have a lawyer, an advocate, who will stand before me and God in the court to decide my issue, I would have consoled myself. If there is anybody that would have been able to query God about what I'm going through, maybe I will find consolation. But nobody. That notwithstanding, I know that my Redeemer liveth. So he prophetically declared what his spirit couldn't reveal to him. I know my Redeemer liveth. He refused. Today, some of you having fought for your right, having fought for injustice, having fought against political imbalance, having fought against nepotism, deliberate emasculation, tribalism, having fought against the system designed by the imperialists. Today, you are going back to your vomit. So when I can say, Biafra is fake, Biafra is rubbish, Biafra as most of you are doing. So you love me? There, what is your love to me? So I'll be accepted in Nigeria. But if in the future, Nigeria mobilize their people for the overall interest of all the Nigerian people, the little life we have, we're going to use it and launder the image of one Nigeria, that even Nigerians who have died, we wish they will return back. And so, in my mindset, it is simple. Everybody ugo beri, live and let's live. Simple as that. Allow us to be the author of our destiny. Mobilization. Second factor. Check the Nigerian mobilization system. They mobilize you for special purpose. Undermine one people. EFCC, ICPC, DSS, SSSS, QQQQQ. All of them mobilized as political bulldog. Is there any other thing they are doing? Tell me, what are they doing that the police or the military in place cannot do already? Political bulldog. What's the mindset behind those ones? I think around 2012 or thereabout, the whole generals were removed, retired by force. And as we speak, all of them retired. And I listened to somebody who can reason. He said retiring them is not the issue. But the issue is, in a short period of time, you spend billions of Nigerian money, hungry Nigerians' money to train about 100 generals. 2 weeks later, you retire all of them, you appoint another 100, you train them with billions, and 3 weeks later, why are you spending that billions to train them? Why don't you keep them, let them begin to train other people? Because the current president, for instance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, understand that these generals, if they are not retired, he may not be able to do what you want to do. So you see, the mindset may not be to save money for Nigeria. The mindset may be to protect his tenure in office. You see, with that mindset, if the president is afraid that a certain individual will remove him from office, and then he begins to fight so that he undermines those individuals, create a vacuum. But if our mindset towards as one Nigeria, we was actually meant to build a country we can all be proud of. Everybody will pay attention on what they are doing. Imagine in those days, Before Biafra agitation was criminalized, monetized, militarized by one useless criminal called Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody was doing what they're supposed to do. Yes, we were not very polite in our approach. Yes, we didn't come the way we were expected. But we made sure we never encroach on anybody's right. And everything we did has its credibility. Before the global community, it was almost impossible for them to fault us. And those of them who can speak in defense of Biafra today, they will not. Because when you listen to Radio Biafra, you see yakabons. Useless set of yakabons talking rubbish. Killing their father and their mother. What mobilization? What have you mobilized? So if you don't bring the people together, make them understand what is to come and what is to be expected, they will not be able to have the same mindset with you. When the Jewish people came together, those of them in Europe, and decided, let's see how we're going to get home, they found themselves in a more confused state than we are today. All the Jewish people are not the same. In fact, there is a great difference between the Jewish and the Hebrew. And then outside that, there is a difference between Yahudian, Muslim, Christians, Arabitarian, and that and the kind of different between all of them. But they understand that what they are about to achieve, all these things come to nothing. They mobilize the people. Today, everybody thinks Israel, all of them are Pentecostal church. I'm sure over 90% of Jewish people are not even Christian. You have more Muslims than Christians. But they have their own unique religion. But nobody is forced to do that. But whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim or you are a pagan, they will do what they do. Learn that from Yoruba people at least. Mobilize their people. Today, where is the mobilization? Gathering of vultures. That is what you have. All of them gather to eat. Watch all those people telling you, your governor is your problem, your minister is your problem, this one is your problem, that one is... Watch all of them. They want to benefit from Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, use your brain. If another man who is vicious and a tyrant appears now and take over the realm of power, these same people will collect money and rubbish you. They are everywhere now. City boy. You are now city boy. Not Abado any longer. What is their mindset? Now they call you different wonderful name. You are not blah blah, blah blue blue, blue blue blue, blah blah, blah. Go and look at all of them posting that rubbish about you. They are the one now praising Yoruba, and Yoruba people that don't have sense, Mugu will come here and insult me. They are just businessmen. They don't even care for their father or their mother. Not to talk of caring for you. If the president is listening to these broadcasts, go and look at the people who tell you blah blah, blah blue, blue blue blue, abado. Go and look at all of them. They are not singing your praise. They are not singing your praise. Now the only thing they can achieve is to undermine genuine individuals in our land. They will be the one that tell you, this one is sinful, that one is sinful, everybody is sinful, just to get peanut from you. They don't love you. They don't even have, most 90% of them say, oh, I want loving Nigeria. They don't even love Nigeria. They're just getting something to eat. A father who truly loves his son, don't pamper the son to hopelessness. He said the son the father loved, the child the father loved, he chastised. And anybody who see the terrible nature, dilapidated, hopeless nature we are in Nigeria, and you can't say, how glorify. No, ask us to build one Nigeria. And that is what we are doing. Don't tell us to say bad is good, good is bad. You give us money. To what essence? We can still have this money when we say the truth. These two major factors is why Nigeria have been left in immobilized state, and as well as Biafra restoration project. Just two things. Imagine you mobilize the farmers. Imagine you mobilize the traders. Imagine you mobilize the civil servants. Imagine you mobilize the security outfit. Imagine you mobilize the politicians. Imagine you mobilize the legislatures as well as the judiciary. And ask all of them to do what they are all to do. And then a transparent government established, where everything is checked. No, it cannot be that way. Today, what do you have? If I want to turn the hand of clock around now, I will cut this broadcast and start another one. If I want to be friend of Tinubu now, I will now say, oh, Tinubu is a good man. I'll go and look at the good things he have done. Then Yoruba people and Igbo who want to be relevant in Tinubu government will now be praising me. Oh, you are a good boy. You are a loving darling. You are wonderful. Thunder, fire, all of you. Or rather, if I go back now and say, Nnamdi Kanu is a good man, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu, you will see Nwa Chineke. I will turn to Nwa Chineke. I will turn to Nwa Chineke. And at the end of the day, if I can ebe kakwan ebe, do you know how many of our people who are going through untold hardship, but they cannot speak out? Do you know how many of our people who are being oppressed and they cannot speak out? Do you know what it takes for us to be able to take this decision we have taken? Do you know what we saw with our eyes in this very life from both angles? And then where exactly are we going to rely? Who will we rely on? The Hausas has moved back a little bit because Buhari tenure is over. The Yorubas are on the front stage because their man is under. But on our region, where we know nobody from our region may test being president in Nigeria, which is a known fact, what do? We have to betray ourselves to be relevant for Hausa and Yoruba, Atoro everywhere. If we initiate these two factors, believe me, let's think about it. Nobody's useless in this life. I understand and I said the simple fact that all of us are not meant to be great men. But of course, it depends on your definition of greatness. A man so rich, he built a state mansion for himself. Even his housemaid is richer than most rich men in that community. Which means around him, they lack nothing. But then, one of his child threw a tissue paper in their WC water system and he blocked it. And so they began to look for a plumber who will help them solve the problem because they couldn't go to the toilet any longer. And so all those big men could not remove that sock away from the chamber. And they won't go to the toilet. Shakara don't finish. And then one of them humbly went to the neighboring community where you have poor people. I said, please, this is what happened to my boss. Can anybody solve the problem? And then one poor man went there, opened the chamber, took out inside the sheet, come out the tissue paper, close and back, and the big man can shit again. So who is more important now? Have you not heard about it? And then why can't you take the best of us and do what you think is the best of us? And then take the worst of us and do those things you think is the worst of us. Because in the end, God allows Satan and angel to live. Demon, all of them, all of us are still here. And so who told you anybody is bad and anybody is good? But you see, the rationale, the mindset behind the approach on these things, they matter. Come to think about it. The issue of Biafra, what does it give people headache? If you think you are going to stop the issue of Biafra by these unguided lies, blackmail on your people, propaganda, you are joking. The only way this issue can be stopped. The Biafra people, what are they looking for? Equity, fairness, justice, transparent government of the day. Give it to them double. Give it to them double. You see, they will look stupid in themselves. You see, I cannot deny myself. I would have tried to look for a way to praise Nigeria and be absorbed in Nigeria. I don't know how to do that. But somewhere along the line, from inception, I have made my stand clear. A restructured Nigeria is better than Biafra, or is as good as Biafra. But will that time come? It will. It may not be in our time, but it will. It may not be in our terms, but it will. Now, I need you to pay attention to these two factors I have projected. You see them telling you, hate Biafra, hate Igbo, hate Yoruba, hate Hausa, hate Fulani. My dear, find out what Kefendi Abu Nobi. What do they have in their mind? I've seen some of them. When they come here and tell you how they love Igbo. Oh, Igbos are loving Igbos on social media. Oh. But these same people will be the one to come behind and say, be careful of our people. Oh. Our people are terrible. Oh. Thunder fire all of them. You are the one that is terrible. You are the one that is terrible. You that can stand up and condemn Oduduwa and condemn Arewa and condemn Biafra. You are the one that is terrible. What is your mindset? Criminals everywhere. For us to progress and do things normal, it will not cost us any price. A family that is poor can decide to reason together, starve a little to save. We've been there sometime. You call your children, say, get us things be, make we they eat once a day. When things normal, hey. So even when they are not satisfied, the children will not complain. They know things are not okay. If in Nigeria today, our leaders are leaders of all Nigeria, not a leader of their people, we won't be doing this. Why are we so desperate to make Peter Obi president? Why are we so desperate that Tinubu must be president? And why are some of us so desperate that Atiku must be president? Why? And we are one Nigeria. And then why are some people so desperate that must rule us? Why? Because they love us. Let's go back and review these two factors. And probably God will raise the right people to reposition the mindset of Nigerians, the mindset of Biafrans, the mindset of Oduduwas and Arewas, the mindset of everybody, ethnic nationality in this one Nigeria. And then maybe a roundtable will be established where issues can be discussed neutrally, naturally, for the good of the people. Now, yes, continue killing. Employ more mercenary. Kill your people. I think you see Nnamdi Kanu is looking for Biafra. He has decimated how many Igbo youth. Continue. At this moment, trying to bring this broadcast to an end. Let's see if we have any Nnamdi Kanu bingo here, because they are my concern. They talk rubbish. The one say Biafra will stand. My brother, with this Biafra I see, I don't stand within Nnamdi Kanu. It has to be redefined as far as I'm concerned. But I will be a very hopeless man to come and say, nothing like Biafra. There is something like Biafra, for God's sake. Because it is corrupt does not mean it doesn't exist. I don't live in denial. You have the gift of the Holy Spirit. You now start saying, oh, nothing like Satan. You are hallucinating. God will move back and Satan will knock you, scatter. Rubbish. Any other Nnamdi Kanu bingo there? I'm a Biafran and I'm not going anywhere. I'm a Niger Delta, I'm Igbo, I'm Abo, I'm everything. Who do I have there? I have Acho. Acho say, Good afternoon, my brother. Yes, my brother, always in the right mood. I greet you. And of course, the other one is this Sophie? Something I can't see clearly anyway because of my gadget. Then I have Frank. Frank what? I can't see it well. Neither can I read what they are saying. Let's see if I can be able to respond to some of Nnamdi Kanu bingo who don't have anything. He say, okay, Frank Okolie, he say we must continue, no going back. Of course, my brother, we go nowhere. We go nowhere. That is Frank Okolie. And let me be sincere to you. I have met many people in the course of trying to renavigate the direction of our people. Under the Biafra Restoration Project, I've seen people. They are unique in their own way. And one of them is this, my brother, Frank Okolie. He doesn't talk too much. He's very objective. He knows what he wants. He goes for what he wants. He stands by it. When you agree, he agree. Mobilization. These are the kind of people who can mobilize our people. After all, they are looking for who to praise. Will he make the problem to go away? You think if Nnamdi Kanu don't turn to arm robber, that this Biafra agitation, that anybody will stop it? But why is it gaining momentum? Because there is injustice leaking somewhere. There is something that is unacceptable being promoted somewhere. There you collect money. When you finish collecting money, you know, say, we love Tinubu. Who told you you love Tinubu? You're just looking for money. You don't love Tinubu. Before, Tinubu was blah, 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 blah. Now it's your friend. Who is this one? Ejegbe. Baba Ifa. He say, Tinubu will not release the British MI16 agent. I agree with you. But you see, Baba Ifa, the problem now is that Tinubu may want to pretend so that we say he's a good man and he will release Nnamdi Kanu. The mindset is not to release him. The mindset is so that he can please Igbo people. And any Igbo person say, leave Nnamdi Kanu, he said that is wicked or is ignorant, naive. You need to stay there very well. And I thank God for the example you gave, Adeyinka grandson. I believe that he's working for British MI6. Because Britain jail Adeyinka, like you said. I wonder why they have not jailed Nnamdi Kanu. Criminal fighting for Biafra. Rubbish. Any other person here? No Nnamdi Kanu bingo. China Sanwo-Olu is doing broadcast now. He didn't give you people the data to come and insult me. After all, we are telling you, let's do the right thing so that we can enjoy this country now. Then you suffer the boast. Ojikeri, is it a chieftaincy title? Weja fufu anyishi? Do we pride in our suffering? I don't know why they are not coming to insult me so that I can give them the history of Nnamdi Kanu, criminal. How they have transferred his ear to Ibokwe of Afari Beku, Atoro. Where are all of them? I have one. What is his name? Facebook, allow me to see bingo now. Don't block them for me. Let them come and insult me. Very unfortunate. Whatever happened or is happening is as a result of lack of accountability, selfish leaders, interior motive behind all what they do. But we can be sincere to ourselves now. We can get it right if we want to. It's going to take a very, very harsh turn to be able to do it right. But if we can think it, it's achievable. It's a why changing your background, Oga Freedom Fighter. That is for you, Frank. You are shallow-minded. I know you are one of Nnamdi Kanu follower. Have you seen China Sanwo-Olu? China Sanwo-Olu that will come and give you dead man walking and unknown gunmen and killing your people. Uchenna. China Sanwo-Olu is said is from Ungwa. He lives in a hotel in Dubai and then say he lives in Kuwait. He is the one who created unknown gunmen in Ebonyi and called them dead man walking. And he's killing Igbo people. Have you seen his picture? I hope you will go to their platform and tell you to show you his picture. Mugu. So what is your mindset behind what you are saying? So you shame me? You are shaming your father. Don't you see all Igbo people on social media cursing Igbo? You are not ashamed. They have collected money from Tinubu. And some of them are trying to get Tinubu attention so that Tinubu will give them money. And then they come and curse your father and your mother, Mugu. Uchenna Frank, are you not ashamed of yourself? It's Igbo people that are fighting for Biafra. It's Igbo people that are condemning Igbo people fighting for Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is Igbo. It's Igbo that is paying Benin people to come and curse Igbo. It's Igbo that is doing everything, Igbo. It's Igbo that will still come and antagonize me, Igbo. Look at you, you are not ashamed. Try and write again. Let me cure your madness very well. Mumu, one Nigeria. Look at Igbo people now. They are scattering everywhere, trying to get Tinubu attention for Nchonche Ego. What is shame? You say you don't even have any follower. Why should I? You think I'm a blogger? Share, like, touch the button. Share, like, follow me. Instagram, Telegram, Atoro. You think I'm a blogger? I just believe that one day, genuine Nigerians will arise and address the issue between the Biafrans, the Duduwa, and the Arewa without shying away from what has happened in the past. Until then, I stand anonymous. If Nigerians do good, I talk good of Nigeria. If Biafrans do bad, anyone you do, you go receive and like that. Mumu. Before you come here and do rubbish, go and ask Nnamdi Kanu the reception he's getting. Let's save our people. Some of you turn to, I don't know what to call you. I almost lose myself trying to work with some criminal-minded individuals. And of course, I see my daddy in the Lord. I greet you, daddy in the Lord. The truth may be bitter, but it has to be said. It has to be said. We join Biafra because Nigeria is politically imbalanced till tomorrow morning until it's changed. Watch Igbo man praising Tinubu. He wants Nchonchom. In their heart of heart, they don't like Tinubu. And in the same way, I don't expect Yoruba person to like me. Most especially when you are Igbo. Because you are a threat to everything they look for. These are imaginary enemy you are fighting. We know in our heart of heart something is not right. But so we can be accepted, we deceive ourselves. And so the problem continues to linger. For once, let us come out and say what the problem is. The greatest mistake Tinubu will make is to look at any Igbo man blowing trumpet for him. They after their money. Watch all the other people where they do for P2B. Oh, obedient enter London. You know, carry suitcase. Oh, what a humble leader. Watch all of them. Half of them don't they cost them. Make it go rest, Kwano. Make it go. No, that is make Tinubu forgive them money. Oh. And others they blame Igbo leader, blame Igbo for everything. And then be Igbo, make Tinubu say, no, this one is good. Bring him. Atoro. Shola, cause your papa make Tinubu like you. Mazimo na 8 months. 8 years. Mazimo. Another person go enter. This time maybe in Hausa, and as you be Igbo idiot like Uchenna Frank, you go still call the praise Fulani and Hausa, they curse Igbo. Why we not tell ourselves the truth? What is the mindset behind what you are doing? You don't know me, I don't know you. You come to my platform, you insult me. Why are you doing that? Because you love your people? Because you want one Nigerians to give you thumb up? You say you don't even have follower. Watch this broadcast now. In less than, I know it's Facebook that is doing this thing, but I will not monetize, I will not boost, I will not do anything. I do this Facebook, anything they like, they do. If they like, let them give me 100 million followers. If they don't, let them, but I know my message is going to where it's supposed to go. Do you know how many calls I receive regarding what is going on? If I want normal one, is it not Yoruba people that control Facebook in Nigerian session? If I blow their trumpet now, you see 1 billion views. Rubbish. But the point is that this message now, while I'm even broadcasting, I have other app that is recording it. I will download it and then transfigure it into other platforms. Nonsense. Be deceiving yourself. Our one Nigeria. Oh, what a loving one Nigeria. Oh, what a loving one Nigeria. Biafra, please help me tell Tinubu, he should not release Nnamdi Kanu. He should not release Nnamdi Kanu at all. So that the remaining Igbo will be alive. Because Igbo don't know Nnamdi Kanu is killing them. They want to conquer Igbo land. And then he was entering some Yoruba people too. Nonsense. I didn't come here to conquer anybody. I come here to ask for one good Nigeria, one good country. If we cannot get one good Nigeria, let's divide. That's not too much to ask for now. A Nigeria where generator importer will not collect money from government and keep us in darkness so that all of us buy generator. A Nigeria where one person will not build refinery and they destroy Nigeria refinery so that all of us will buy from him. A Nigeria where one person will not be sole distributor of cement, sole distributor of tomato, sole distributor of pure water, sole distributor of shit, sole distributor of mama, sole distributor of akara. People take the sole distributor and then we must buy from them. And somebody will come and say, yes, they are progressing, our country is moving forward. Let me tell you, genuine and sincere Nigeria, they know all of you are fake. Well, I can't see much of Nnamdi Kanu bingo. Having address from it, somebody who knows Nnamdi Kanu, go and tell him to apologize. Benjamin Madubugu can finish killing Anambra people. Let Anambra people be calling Simeon Ekpa. But you are not asking Benjamin Madubugu. Imo people, you are not asking, what is the name of this idiot? Isi Nwa Bright. Eh? Don't you see a boy have gotten himself? Eh? Enugu people, you are not asking Darlington as he dey hot and as he dey pepper to show now we unknown government dey. Useless set of people. Very unfortunate. Under our watch, nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation. So I encourage the new president of our one Nigeria, Tinubu. See what you will do, so that when we are calling the name of those who make our life miserable, we will not put your name. Be president, genuine president of one Nigeria. Simple. I remain Judge ONYIBE, and I sign off from here. Henry, I for no talk to you, but you no get shame. Rewind this broadcast later and see what I told the same person in your category. Why you dey hide your face? Why you dey hide your face? You won't chop me? Are too ugly. Goodbye, and those who have sense, have sense. There is need for us to check the mindset behind our action. There is need for us to mobilize our people. People need to come together and discuss issues transparently, sincerely, so they can be able to prefer a solution. All this one, they are trying to change narrative. Una no go fit. Una no go fit. Say like, come, cause Igbo people. Igbo are useless. Igbo don't have sense. Igbo leaders are evil. So Tinubu go like you. Ooh, we dey wait for you. You people are the major problem we have. Oh, we are Biafra, you must sit at home, we must do this, and you collect money from politicians. Thunder will fire all of you. Your time is coming. I sign off from here.